Hi and welcome to Let's Talk eBay. My name is Rich Pasini. Today is January 31st, 2022. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for stopping by. And I just want to share some stuff with you guys. First off, I want to start off by saying thank you to all the new subscribers who recently subscribed to my channel. It's greatly appreciated. Hope you like the content and come back for more. If this is the first time hitting my YouTube channel, I like to talk about online reselling. I like to share my thoughts and ideas about reselling and talk a little about this, a little about that, and just throw it out there, folks, to see what you guys have to say, what you have to think about, what I'm talking about. Anyway, I came across this article, and as I always do, I always get a lot of email notifications, and I get a lot of Google alerts from different sources and stuff like that with different companies, and sometimes I like to share information with you guys. Now, I know it's been a while since I've been posting videos up. I try to do them on a daily basis, but I've been really busy, and I was trying to get over a cold I had for the past couple days. So, when you don't feel 100%, you don't feel like doing any videos. But anyway, this topic here, look at the title here. This is why I don't thrift anymore. TikTokers find $8.99 Goodwill decor being resold for $2.20, sparking debate. Now, according to the story here, reading a little into it, it says a viral TikTok showing a price disparity between Goodwill and an independent thrift store has angered viewers, leading them to blame resellers, that's me and you if you are a reseller, for ruining thrifting. Now, this is the second time I came across a story like this here from another eBay seller, and he's got a YouTube channel. I'm mentioning his name. Okay, I read about this here once before, and the person was talking about when they buy stuff at the Goodwill, how much they get it for and how much they sell it for. Now, with that in mind, some people out there are not too crazy about resellers, plain and simple. Okay, they know what's going on, they know what we're there for, and when they see a whole bunch of young people walking around thrift stores looking at their cell phones, they know they're not calling up their aunts and uncles and saying hello, happy birthday, good morning, or whatever. And you walk by them, you can see they're looking at their, they're looking up eBay, they're looking up the listings here. We all do. I mean, I myself am a reseller, been doing it for quite some time now. I've been on eBay for 22 years. I always wasn't a reseller. The things I did have around the house, I didn't go out to thrift stores to buy them at the time. Back then, I was just selling stuff I had around the house. I didn't feel like having garage sales. I said, well, when I found out about eBay, that's opened up their doors basically in 1995. I figured, hey, sounds cool. But I actually didn't start quote unquote selling on eBay until July of 1999 is when I actually registered with them. So that's why I've been on eBay for 22 years ever since then. Let me just move this over here really quick. That's how I started. And then as time went on, people were talking about where they're getting this, where they're sourcing for their merchandise. And I even have a friend that's a reseller, and he knows I have a YouTube channel, but I never told him because he would probably be pissed off if he seen my YouTube channel. He was telling me, he goes, the problem today with, he's really into this. He's been doing it for like 20 years, reselling, but he's basically an Amazon seller, but I think now he's been basically selling on both platforms, eBay and Amazon. And he was telling me how annoyed that there are resellers out there sharing all their information, where they're getting their merchandise from, and sharing all the tips and tricks and everything else about online reselling, and it bothers him. And he tells me this. I don't tell him what my YouTube channel is all about. I don't have any bad rapport with any of my friends I made since I've been doing this reselling. And he gets really annoyed at, and he goes, you get these people coming on here, and they're going on YouTube and they're talking about where they get their merchandise from, and they're sharing all these tips and tricks and stuff like that about how to sell on eBay and all that other stuff. And I said, I know the deal. I know what you're talking about, And it's true. You're going to find more and more people doing it every day. There are not hundreds, there are probably thousands, and I mean thousands of people out there that sell on eBay have a YouTube channel. such as myself. Now, I try to break it up a little. I do the reseller news and I do the Let's Talk eBay segment. I don't mind sharing information to a certain point. I will share tips and tricks with you guys out there. I have no problem with that there. Even if I didn't say where to source for merchandise, you all know anyway. You know you're going to say if you're not. I don't have a big following, so I know there's not hundreds of thousands of people looking at my YouTube channel and say, "Oh, this is what the guy told me." Everybody knows where to source. I mean, yard sales, garage sales, Salvation Army, Goodwill, here, there, and everywhere. It's just a matter of time. But anyway, it is what it is. And it's not going to change. And yes, people are going to be annoyed. They are going to be annoyed this year. Now, this story here goes on. The person did a little video clip. I'm not going to do it. You can watch it. You check it out for yourself. Let me give you the URL where I got it first from, okay? I always like to give you the URLs because, folks, to be honest with you, I don't read everything verbatim. I just want to try to I expand a little on a topic, and then I try to move on to other things, okay? Now, this one here is from MSN, so it's www.msn.com, whatever, or just type in this title, whatever, or just you can read it here. This is why I don't thrift anymore. TikTok is, like I said, TikTok is fined $8.99 Goodwill decor being resold for $220, sparking debate. Okay, this came out yesterday. Today is, like I said, is January 31st, 2022. I was at the tour dates out there because I don't want you guys who follow me for the first time saying, "Oh, this guy's throwing out information that was like 10, 15 years ago." No, I don't do that. If it's old, I will let you know. I'll give you a heads up and say, "No, this is older information," or I'll even give you the date at that point. But and it goes on to show you here. He's looking at a thing here. It says 200. Looks like it says 220, right? Brass swans left, right? Price tag for $220, but Goodwill, and then it says Goodwill price tag for $8.99. Now, why does Goodwill have two of them like that is beyond me. They should have just done, to keep face, is leave the Goodwill price ticket there for $8.99. I don't know why they had to put the $220 there. That it is causing a controversy with this here. I mean, I think that was kind of foolish on Goodwill's part, unless they're trying to show people this is what it originally sold for. Look, you're gonna get resellers that's gonna come into these situations, and they're gonna take advantage of it. Now, me, on the other hand, if I seen this here, I don't know. I don't really have an interest in that type of decor, okay? But in this particular story, they're bringing it to people's attention, and believe it or not, since this person posted this here, it got this video now. It says this video has now amazed a whopping 1.8 million views. Outrage against resellers spewed in the comments, with hundreds of coming from antique stores and thrift flippers. This is why I don't thrift anymore. A comment with 1,000 of likes read, okay? And then it goes on to say, I bet half of the inventory came from a free section from Facebook Marketplace, and another wrote. I'm not going to read the whole story. You guys could check it out if you get a chance. Just look for this story here. You'll see what I'm talking about. This is why I don't. When I do my end of month sales, I didn't do December's yet. I'm sorry, folks. Like I said, I've been trying to weather a cold for the past couple of days. We just had a storm over here at New York. I mean, the snow was like 2 or 3 feet high in some place with the snow drifts and stuff. So, I mean, I was too dead tired, snow blowing, shoveling, and stuff like that. So, there was no way I was going to come in and do a video. I know people say, "Well, what's the big deal?" Take it easy, relax, and then just compose your thoughts, and then you go do a video. It wasn't for me. If I don't feel right, I'm not going to do a video, okay? But anyway, this is what happened once before. Like I said again, I was watching a reseller who sells on eBay, of course, and he has a YouTube channel, and he was coming out, just blatantly putting it out there. Yeah, I get these things at the Goodwill. I got this thing here for $1, and I sold it for $25, and I got this here for $2, and I sold it for $75. Whatever. He's giving all these prices, telling people how much he paid for it, how much he sold it for, and then I was reading the comments. And whenever I see stories like that there, the first thing I do when I'm on YouTube is I go directly to the comments to see what people are saying. And how dare you sell something, you get something so cheap and sell it for so much money? You should be ashamed of yourself. And it goes on and on. There was quite a few people, interacting with this particular topic on that particular YouTube channel. And I said to myself, there's no way I'm going to sit there and flamboyantly come out and tell people what I bought something for, what I sold it for, it's really should be no concern. I had a follower, at least I think it was a follower, saying to me, Rich, you should tell people what you pay for something and what you sell it for. People like to know, they get an idea. Folks, look, if I'm buying something, that should be good enough for you. Now, but people want to say, well, yeah, but we like to know the profit, though. What's the profit on it? This person here bought this thing for $8.99 and he sold it for $2.20. These are the things we want to hear about. Well, okay, that's fine. Other resellers will do that. I am a reseller that doesn't like to go into those particulars like that. Now, some people may beg the difference and say, well, what's the big deal? You're not hurting anybody. No, but I just don't really disclose that. There are occasions, I will say this, there are occasions where I will, every now and then, once in a blue moon, I will say, I bought this for this much money, I end up selling for this. But that is very far and few in between. Believe me, I don't go that route. And it's because of things of this nature. Now, you might say, well, this is a company, somebody picked up on this story. Not everybody's, well, there are people that, I don't have a big following, but there are people out there that may follow my, but watch my YouTube channel. They may say, hey, you see, to get a load of this guy. He bought this for that and he's selling for this. Some people will get amazed by it. They're like, wow, that's great, and now the big hunt goes on. It's like the California gold rush. Everybody's going to start looking for that particular item. I don't do it that way. I'm sorry. That's just the way I do things. I'm sorry. I apologize to people who don't really, that doesn't to appease their likings. But there's nothing I can do about it. Just the way I am. Okay. Now, I'm not going to expand too much on this topic. I just wanted to put this out there like that. Let's go to another window over here. I want to share another nice story. This is a nice story. Man buys an uncomfortable thrift store ottoman for $70. Mind you, $70, finds $43,000 hidden inside the cushion. Now, yeah, this is the video. You could play it again for yourself because I don't do it because I don't want any copyright strikes on my YouTube channel. But if you get a chance, this person here you see talking, okay, was a nice enough man, and he's showing you over here the cushion when it was unzipped. Thousands of dollars was in it, $43,170. You could see here. He thought it was a good gesture, which was good, to return it to the rightful owners, and that's what he did. Okay. Now, if you watch the video, it goes on a little more. This story, just again, this is an MSN story. It came out. This is another one you could check out for yourself. I'll leave it. You could see the title up there. Just check it out for yourself. You could read more into it. I'm not gonna, like I said again, folks, I'm not gonna expand too much on the topic, but I gotta say one thing. That man, God bless him, he took the initiative to find out where that ottoman came from, and he gave it to the rightful owners. And according to the story, the video, he said he could have used the money, if I'm not mistaken, my memory serves me right, that he could have used that money to fix the roof on his house and stuff like that. In other words, he needed the money. He could have used that money, for his own purposes, his own needs. But despite what that his needs were, he ended up giving it to the rightful owners, and I'm sure he'll get his blessings 43,000 times over. Okay, now some people may beg to differ and say, "Oh, it doesn't mean you're going to get blessed." Well, look, you do things with good intentions. My father used to say, "You do a good deed in return, and you do a good deed, and in return you'll get something good come to you." But that's neither here nor there. Okay, some people have a conscience. They want to go to sleep at night. I know now. People say, if you were to ask me, Rich, would you do the same thing? Absolutely. Absolutely. If there was things in there was some kind of notifications in there, or where it had a name or address or account or something on there, yeah, I would. Matter of fact, to share a quick story with you guys, talking about something similar to this, I had a friend I met at the thrift store, one of the thrift stores I go to, told me that somebody had donated, I don't know if it was a Bible or an old book or whatever, and it had thousands of dollars in there, okay, and the person, now it had, mind you, the Bible, it's either a Bible or an old book, one of them. I got to ask my friend the story next time I see him. I haven't seen him in a while. He said it had $8,000 or $10,000 in there in cash. Okay, and the person who bought the book from the thrift store I go to, he brought it back there and he returned the money. Now, here's the question: if there's no name in there, the guy did a good gesture, whoever it was who returned it to the thrift store. Most likely, the thrift store is going to keep it, which stands to reason because it's in their thrift store. That's where they bought the book from. You say, what happens in a case like that? Well, if there's no identification there, it's like a person's name, address, or whatever. And not everybody's going to do that, though. Leave their information like that in there because you need to go into a thrift store. It's going to be in a public view. People are going to see that there. I guess the person thought, in that situation, it was the right thing to do. Now, me personally, finders keepers, losers weepers. If I bought something like that and I found a large sum of money like that, most likely I would probably hold on to it myself, especially if there is no identification in as to where the Bible. Because even you bring it back and say, well, let's say it was the Bible, and you bring it back to the store and you say, do you know who contributed, who donated the Bible? They're going to say, I don't know. I know when I donate when I donate merchandise to that store, they got a platform back there, loading bay, and people will pull up all day throughout the course of the day and drop stuff off. Okay. Now I don't know if they have anything where they have any they get receipts and stuff like that. I never seen anybody get receipts for it, but people, I even included myself, I would just drop stuff off of there and that's it. There's no identification. I don't put anything from Rich Pasini, whatever. But and how would they know? What are they going to do? Do a census there? They're going to have everybody that walks through the door and say, hey, did you donate this? Did you donate that there? Did you donate this book? This whatever? It's not going to happen. So in a case like that, I would probably hold on to it most likely. Why not? Right? Think about it. Why wouldn't you? You could, unless you want to, say, okay, no, I'm gonna give it back to the thrift store. They're gonna keep it. It's theirs. That's another thing too. But something like that, there, it's like anything else, folks. Come on, if you're walking out in the street and you find a $20 bill on the ground, you know what I'm saying. You know the rest of the story. But anyway, let's disregard that part. I got two other stories I want to share with you really quick from one of my favorite sites. This one here, a lot of you who don't know, but those who do follow me know I like this site. It's called E-commerce Bites. This is the title right here, E-commerce Bites. And as you can see, it says giving sellers a voice since 1999. This person started this E-commerce Bites the same time I started selling on eBay. So we've both been on eBay for 22 years. Well, I've been on eBay for 22 years. She's been been doing the E-commerce Bites for 22 years as well. Good site, a lot of good information, viable information. And if you want, you could also sign up for the newsletter if you choose to do so. You may not want to, but if not, as I said in my other videos, don't worry about it. I can clutter up my box. I don't mind. I will share the information when it becomes readily available to me. And if I think it's newsworthy to bring out to you guys out there, quote unquote resellers, I will put it out there on my YouTube channel. So it's up to you if you want to. If not, you don't have to. But the URL, just to give you guys a heads up on it, it's www.ecommercebites, just like the word spelling there, .com. Okay. The story you're looking over here, this came out January 27, 2022. The other one I have that's right after this one here is going to be a little older date on there, but just want to share this with you. It goes on to say here, would you entertain requests for your best price on eBay? Now, eBay always likes to, they're always trying to improvise and make their service better. I have nothing against eBay. The only thing I will say is when I do these type of videos, the Let's Talk eBay or Reseller News, there are times I will voice my concerns and my issues. If there's something that eBay's doing I'm not really too happy about, I will post it up on my YouTube channel and share it with you guys and tell you why I don't like it, But for the most part, I got to give eBay credit. They're always trying to improvise and make their service better. But that's my personal take. You guys may bake the difference and say, no, I don't agree with you, Rich. At one point, I don't agree with you at all. I think the service is not as good as it used to be, whatever. Look, as time goes on, everything changes. We all know that there. But, it is what it is. If you don't like the old saying, if you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen. You don't like eBay, then don't sell on the platform. That's all. Go elsewhere, I'm just being upfront and honest. That's how I look at it, because sometimes you get people complaining about this, that, and the other thing. If you don't like it, get off the platform. Go elsewhere. Try someplace else to sell your stuff. Like I say, you can see the story came out January 27, 2022. And we read the title here. It says eBay filed a patent dealing with instant negotiation in real-time capability for online marketplaces. Basically allows shoppers the ability to request an instant deal. Now, I don't think this is in full motion right now. Okay, I think it's something they're talking about. If you click over here it'll give you, when you click this on here, it takes you to another website. What you can see right now here, it's going to take you to, my computer's running really slow, folks, to be honest with you. And I thought it was going to work a lot quicker than that, but apparently not. All right, anyway, it's going to take you to the patent. You're going to see a patent thing there. It's still loading up over here. It's going to take you to a patent, and you can read about it, okay, because that's what it's saying. It says here's an excerpt from the Instant Offer Distribution System patent filing. Okay, oh, I think it popped up. And this is what it's going to look like over here. United States patent, right? And then they'll tell you where it is. Instant Offer Distribution System. And it's an abstract, and they go on and on and on. You could read about it yourself. That's why I gave you the URL. You could read more into this here, and it gets into a little more detail here, but I don't think anybody's going to want to read all of this, but you could at your own leisure if you choose to do so. And how I got there was I clicked this on here. Now let me explain something really quick with this site that I gave it to you guys. I always tell people to go directly to the website itself, not because I'm getting anything in return for it. I don't have any affiliate links with them. The only affiliation I have is when I get email notifications. That's the only affiliate link I have with them as far as that part. So when I tell you to go there, I'm not telling you because I'm going to get a little, some money on the side or anything like that. I'm not. If I was, you'd be the first to know about it. I'd give you a heads up and say, if you go here, I get a little something. I'm not. I really should sign up with affiliate links because, I always refer other people's sites and I don't really get nothing out of it. But that's okay. I don't mind. My site right now, I give free information out. I don't mind doing the research and throwing it out there to you guys. I do it like I say, I do the research so you guys don't have to by putting out this information. A lot of people may say, well, this is not really research. Well, it is research because it keeps you in the know as far as what's going on. Okay? And the reason why I tell you to go here is because when you see in this one here, this particular, like this purplish wording here, these are what they call active hyperlink. And for those who don't know what an active hyperlink is, and I'm not saying this to be funny either, when you see the arrow, or you see my arrow over here, mouse cursor moving here, when it turns into a hand, that's how you know it's an active hyperlink. Just sharing it out there and just putting it out there, folks. I'm not trying to be cute. All right. So anyway, it goes on to say here, unlike the feature described in the offer recommendations for the successful buyer patent, we wrote about it in October. Should eBay share buyers' offers with other sellers? Now, this is the story I want to go to. Okay. If you want, you get a chance, you could read the story. It's got quite a bit of reading here, and in the bottom, I always recommend people to read the comments because you'll probably get a little more insight as far as what other buyers and sellers have to say about specific topics such as this. Okay, so you might want to check it out if you get my drift. All right, there's quite a bit to read here, and I don't want to read too much because I don't want to keep this video on and too long. You know what I'm saying? All right, so we're going to go to the next, excuse me, to the next window over here. Let me get a little swig of water. That's what happens when you talk too much. Sorry, guys. Anyway, so let's go to the story here. And this is the story they're referring to. Should eBay share buyers' offers with us sellers? So let's click it on. This is the one they're referring to. This came out October 8th, 2021. Okay. It goes on to say, if a rival eBay, now check this out. If a rival eBay seller rejects a buyer's offer on an item similar to yours, should you be able to swoop in and try to sell them your item? Sell them yours, right? Now, it goes on to say, a recent eBay patent filing describes a system whereby the marketplace could take information about the buyer's offer that was turned down by one seller and send the information to another sellers who had similar items for sale. Basically, the way I decipher it here is, if a buyer goes on, let's say I'm selling this Logitech mouse and I have it for $100. A buyer comes up and says, I will give you $75 for it. You turn it down. No way. What they'll do is send it to another seller will get, I guess, notification from that particular buyer and say, hey, this guy, I have the same mouse where that seller didn't want to accept that $75. I'll accept it. And then they can make a transition like that. That's why I'm deciphering it. I could be wrong in my way of thinking but that's the way I'm deciphering it right now. Do you like this idea or not? I don't know. I'm not. You know, what is that? All is fair in love and war, whatever that saying goes. I don't know. There's so much competition out there, folks. I mean, you could be selling a little widget for whatever, and or look it up and think you got something like a diamond in the rough, and you say, oh, nobody's got this, and you look it up and you say, oh my gosh, there's like 5,000 people selling the same thing. It's all a matter of choice. It's a matter of the timing. I had this discussion with my brother. He's also a reseller too. We talked about this, and we said, did you ever notice? He brought it to my attention. Said, did you ever notice you could be selling a same item as somebody else, and yours could be like next to mint. It could be perfect in all ways, right? And you won't get no views on it, or very little views, no watches, and you might get some other person out there that's selling the same exact thing, and it may be really cruddy condition. I mean, it's like really bad. It's disheveled and stuff like that. They will get that item. They will get their item sold over yours. It don't figure, right? You say, well, Jay, wait a minute. Mine's perfect. It's clean. It looks like it's brand new. But yet you got somebody over here that's theirs looks terrible, and they're making a sale, and I'm not. Now there are a couple of variables with that. The person might have a good clientele with other previous buyers. I have a couple repeat buyers. Now, some people, again, and it also depends on the seller's reputation. Now, the seller that has the quote-unquote perfect item that's for sale and is the same as the other person selling, he may not have such a good feedback. He may not respond to questions. He may have had problems in the past when it came to return issues, like let's say he never refunded the buyer, or he just has a real bad negative, what do you call it there, way of doing business. But whereas opposed to the other guy, who might not be, has the greatest whatever item, he may have a better service. He may be offering better service than the other person who does have quote unquote the better product. There's a lot of variables. I'll give you an example. When I buy something off of eBay, and I'm not saying this in a derogative way, and it's not to hurt anybody else out there, any sellers. I'm just speaking on my own behalf and how I like to shop on eBay. I prefer, me personally, I prefer to buy from top-rated sellers. But that's me. Now, you may say, well, that doesn't really bother me, I always like to look at, and when it comes to selling, I always like to check their feedbacks out to see what's wrong. Like, why is the person having negative feedback? Why is that? And I want to see what it's all about. Now, just because a person does have maybe not the greatest feedback score, it doesn't mean that person's not going to do business. They're still going to make sales no matter what. And the reason why I say this is because not everybody maybe I can't speak for you guys, but maybe not everybody goes and looks at other people's feedbacks. Their concern is, you got a good price, I've seen the pictures, they look good, I'm going to take a chance, I'll buy it. And remember one thing, folks, with eBay's return policy, how it protects the sellers and the buyers, a buyer doesn't really have too much to worry about. Plain and simple, because if it doesn't jibe right, and it's not, let's say it's defective, item is defective, no, it doesn't work, or item is not as described, that buyer's going to get their money back. Plain and simple, because of eBay's return policy. That's how it works out. For example, I have an item that's being returned to me. Person claims it doesn't work, it's defective, it doesn't work. I'm still waiting for the return. Nobody's returning anything yet, but they're claiming the item don't work when I on the other hand said it does work. But again, I tell people, and here's the other thing too. When it comes to myself, my own listings on eBay, I tell people, even my videos now, like I'm about to say now, before you make any purchase from me, I would encourage you to read or just check out some of the feedback that other buyers had left in regards to my service to them. Okay, my buyers are my number one priority on eBay. I will jump through hoops to make you guys happy. Okay, now if I'm selling something for a ridiculous, real cheap price, and someone says, "Can you do better than that?" I'll work with you the best I can, but we all have to understand that we're in this business to make money, and yes, you do want to make a profit of some sort. I'm not one of these type of guys that sit there and have the greed and say, "Oh, I want to make tons and tons of cash." I understand. I've been on that other side of the fence, so to speak. Okay, I know what it's like for a person that's on a strict budget and they only have X amount of money to work with. Okay, that's why in some cases, I maybe even some of the items I have, I'm thinking they're decent prices, but some people may say this guy's charging an arm and a leg, But that's why I offer everything with best offer. In some cases, with best offers on these items. The cheap ones, I don't, because it's cheap enough. I mean, if I'm selling something for $4 or $5, I'm not going to say best offer. I mean, you might as well just give it away at that stage, right? If you're going to go any cheaper than that, if someone says, "Well, I'll give you $1 for it," then you might as well just say, "Here, keep it. Take the money. Just pay for the shipping, and it's all yours." I don't do things like that. That's the thing, and that's the other thing too when it comes to making best offers. Now, it all depends. Again, I do things a little different. Here's my recommendation for newbies. If you are going to accept best offers, I wouldn't offer free shipping. Now, people say, yeah, but some of your things you offer that. Well, everything is priced in, folks. We all know shipping. When it comes to when someone buys something that says, "Oh, I'm going to buy you get free shipping," it's all padded in the price. Let's be realistic here. First off, how can big stores, even if you say, "Well, Walmart won't do anything," do you really know that? Come on, boxes cost money, packing tape costs money. If you buy craft paper, whatever, I buy it on occasion, whatever. Everything has a cost factor. So you can't tell me that these big places that have these businesses, they don't pad that in there. Everything is padded in. It's got to work that way because they'd be losing money. Look at the post office, what happened. Give you an example. Back in the day, if you take notice, and you could check it out for yourself, when you go to the post office and you get the free, quote-unquote, free boxes, look inside the box. It's all labeled in there with the United States Postal Service. Why do they do that? Because back in the day, people were getting those boxes, they were reversing them, and they were using them and shipping them out. Okay? So, if you're going to play the game, you can't go that route, okay? And now the post office also has boxes where you can go in there and buy boxes as well. All right? But that's what people were doing. They were getting the boxes, the free boxes, and they're taking the boxes and reversing them. You can't do that anymore. That's why they have it. It's all, if you look at the inside of the box, it's all peppered from all four corners with U.S. Postal Service in there. And they even tell you in some cases, and some of them, this box is the property of the U.S. Postal Service or blah, blah, blah. They got some kind of little disclaimer on there. In other words, when you're getting those boxes, even though they're free, that's with the intentions to use their service. Okay, you're using their service, and they'll give. I think that little disclaimer. It's usually in a corner of the box or whatever it is, and they'll tell you about that there. But that's why they do what they do. It costs the Postal Service money. And do I feel like? And do people say, "Well, what do you think about?" I think they did the right thing. To be honest with you, I think they did the right thing for the simple reason is. People might say, yeah, but even if people did reverse the boxes and they're still bringing it, how do you know? I mean, I'm just look, I go by the rules and regulations with that there, okay? I buy my boxes, I buy all my supplies at Walmart. I do. I buy all the different sizes they have. Whatever size they have, I buy them. I buy them usually in 2s, 3s, whatever, it depends. If I'm selling a lot of small items, I'll buy a lot of small boxes. They all come in different sizes over there. Lately, the one over here, the one in my town over here, I noticed the shelves been pretty bare as far as box supplies. Now, if I run out of, if they don't have any more, get a replenishment in there, I don't know what I'm going to do unless I go to Staples. And if you go to Staples or those type of stationery stores, they charge you a little more money than what Walmart charges. So I'm hoping that they're going to replenish those shelves over there because I get all my supplies there. Tape, boxes. I don't buy the bubble wrap there. But anyway, yeah, I get all my supplies there. And, it is what it is. But listen, guys, I don't want to keep talking too much about this topic here. This is all I have right now for you guys. If you get a chance, you want to check it out. I gave you URLs. You could read more into this here for yourself if you got the time. And I just want to say really quick before I close out this video to the new subscribers who recently subscribed to my YouTube channel. I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time to hear me out. I will keep putting out information like this. I'll be sharing it with you guys when it becomes readily available to me, and I'll put out stuff that I feel, is going to be of interest to you. I just want to throw it out there. Like I said, I've been on. It's funny. I've been on eBay for 22 years, and I believe this is my 10th year on YouTube, because I started in YouTube back in 2013. So I think it's going on 10 years now that I've been on YouTube here. And so far to date, I got 1,499 videos. Not that makes me a YouTube guru, so to speak, but sometimes you lose track. Cause there were times I wasn't even keeping track of how many videos I put up, folks. To be honest with you guys, really, I haven't. I know people say you don't need something you don't know. No, really, there's times I just do the video, boom, bang, boom. After I edit it, I upload, and that's it. I don't really look at things like that. To me, I'm not saying it's superficial, but I just don't. It doesn't mean nothing. And let me tell you, having all those videos, it doesn't make my channel any more superior than anybody else's. I've seen channels that have 30 or 40 videos, and they got thousands upon thousands and thousands of subscribers. So if people think, oh, the more videos you put out, the more subscribers you're going to get. The only thing I will say in regard to that, though, kind of like curtailing off this topic with the eBay and stuff, with the having a lot of videos, is that I would think it gets you higher in search, as far as like on YouTube, maybe your name might pop up more or whatever. I haven't seen anything significantly changing with my YouTube channel, because I have all those videos. It doesn't mean like I have my channel is growing from 0 to 30 or 40,000 subscribers. It's my channel is a slow growing channel. Granted, there may be people out there that might not find this information helpful to them, or may not be of any interest to them whatsoever. I don't know. But I'll tell you this, rest assured, I still will be putting out videos regardless. That's just the way it is. I got too much time vested into this YouTube channel, and I'm going to keep putting videos out. And if people want to check them out and watch them, that's great. I really appreciate it. And the other thing I'd also appreciate is if you'll subscribe to my channel, like, comment, and share. And if you want to be updated when I post out new videos, please hit that bell notification icon. That would really be helpful. If I could grow this channel, and I know a lot of people probably say the same thing. You and a million other people want to have a successful YouTube channel because they know the ramifications that come with it, or the rewards, or whatever. Yeah, I would. I would love to see this hit millions of subscribers or hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and I'm sure you guys out there feel the same way. But for the most part, I will say this. I just want to leave you with this here. For those of you out there who are thinking about starting a YouTube channel, don't give up on your dreams, folks. That's number one. And don't listen to naysayers. Don't let people discourage you, telling you, oh, how could you do that YouTube stuff? You're not going to do anything with it. It's never going to go anywhere, this, that, and the other thing. If you got nothing to do, you got a little free time, do a Google search on how many YouTube millionaires there are out there. Okay? There are people making buku cash out there on having their YouTube channel. Now, I'm not saying everybody's going to. I'm not saying because I'm telling you this here that's going to be the next. I'm not going to be the next Mr. Beast or Mr. PewDiePie, but one never knows. I always say expect the unexpected. You know what I'm saying? You could be. You ever hear it there, from rags to riches? I'm not saying that's me. I'm just using as a saying. That happens. You might get a person that might be down here like this, and next thing you know, they're up there. So anything is possible in this world. It depends, again, how much time and concerted effort you're going to put into your channel. Okay, I don't have fancy channel, like that has all these super, graphics and stuff like that. I could do it. I'm still learning, how to make better videos. But for the most part, it takes a lot of time. It's a lot of work. And like some people say, some people I do follow, their famous saying is, starting a YouTube channel is not a sprint. It's a marathon, and they are not kidding. That's the gospel truth. It's a lot of work, and I will say this: if you're going to start a YouTube channel, share your talents and interests and your passions, whatever they may be. You know what I'm saying? Because for the simple reason is, a lot of people get confused. They say, geez, if I want to start a YouTube channel, I don't know what I'm going to talk about. And I tell the same story over and over again. Whatever your hidden talents are, we all have them. Again, and I always like to use the same one with the painter. If you are an artist and you know how to paint, you could set up an easel in your living room, bedroom, wherever, dining room, spare room, whatever, and you could teach people how to paint. Now people may say, yeah, but there's 1,000 people doing it already. You'll be 1,001 person. There's always room on this platform to grow. Look for yourself. How many people do you follow? I mean, I follow quite a few YouTube creators out there because I want to know a little more about how to get my YouTube channel better at next level. And there's so many of them out there. I mean, you could literally go crazy and spend 8 hours a day on this thing, listen to all these different creators telling you how to become successful, how to get more views, how to get more subscribers. And I tell you the truth, I tell people I keep a notebook and a pen and pad with me all the time, and I jot things down. Some people may say, well, what's the purpose? You could always go back and watch the video, because if you're following as many people as I follow, you may not remember who it was. And some people, well, you can go check your history out. On YouTube, they keep a history of how many videos you've been watching. You could do that as well. But I like to jot down stuff on pen and paper. I say, okay, this is where I seen it from. I seen it from this YouTube creator. And I'll go back there again and listen to what the person has to say. Sometimes you got to listen 2 times, maybe even 3. Because, that's why I said when you got to give them not your undivided attention, their full attention when it comes to what these guys are talking about. Because they know, they've been there. They've been there, like they did the footwork for you, But no, you can't give up on your dreams, and don't let the naysayers tell you, oh, you'll never make it, you'll never do good. Don't let them tell you that, folks. Don't let people tell you that. I talked about a story about a woman who was cooking Mexican food. Okay, I don't remember the channel, but I remember when the story came out. And within 1 year, the woman had over 1 million subscribers. And the last time I did look, her channel is growing above that and then some. Okay, and it's still growing. Okay, and what does she teach people? How to cook Mexican food. Okay, in her country. So I mean, if that person could do it, within 1 year, have over 1 million subscribers, who's to say you and I can't have something like that? Maybe not. Well, again, it depends. Now, food cooking, when it comes to food channels, depending, you might get a bigger audience that has a real desired taste for Mexican food or whatever. I could see those channels accelerating, as opposed to mine, where I'm talking about reselling and I'm doing online, let's talk eBay and things of that nature. It might not be so appealing to other people, but to the resellers or people who do resell on eBay or whatever, they may find it interesting, but one never knows. What I'm saying? I personally am never going to give up on my YouTube channel, and I'm not going to give up on eBay as well. So I'm just going to say this, and I am going to close this video out because I don't want it to be too long, which it probably is already, and I apologize. If you are thinking about starting a YouTube channel, just want to say this really quick, go for it. Keep it original, keep it real, and keep it simple. And also, let it grow organically. Okay, let your channel grow organically. That's the only advice. That's the best advice I could give anybody who's starting a YouTube channel. All right. And secondly, if you are a newbie seller to eBay, or you are an avid seller, a seasoned seller, if you want to, whatever you want to be classified as, I'm wishing you guys all the best in sales. I really mean, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I'm wishing you guys all the best. Anyway, I just want to say again, thank you again. Have a great day. Until next time, bye-bye for now.